So guys, I was super excited to test out the Galaxy S8 Active. I've had it for a few days now. It's a great phone. It's basically the S8 on steroids. It's got a better battery, a lot stronger. It's drop resistant. It's also been tested to about 24 different military grade standards. According to Samsung on their website, the temperature that the S8 Active can withstand has been tested from 145 degrees Fahrenheit to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which is super cold, colder than my freezer can get at all. So I put this thing in a bath of ice water, and I even put it in the freezer to just get the core temperature down. When I took it out, I was very disappointed. The phone had trouble turning on. It was not responsive. It just wouldn't boot to the Android. I was just getting to the Samsung screen, and then eventually it just wouldn't turn on at all. Upon further inspection, as more time passed, I noticed that there was condensation on the cameras and the sensors. Something I'm all too familiar with in the past when phones get water damaged. I didn't think this should be a problem for the S8 Active, and I immediately blamed myself because I thought putting it in the freezer was just pushing the limits a little bit too hard, even though that, according to Samsung, they tested it even harder than I did. I just was gonna, write it off as just a learning lesson, but as I was looking back on my footage I recorded, I saw something pretty interesting. So when I put in the Galaxy S8 Active into the water for the first time, I saw where water or bubbles actually came out of this sensor right here. Bubbles coming out of a smartphone typically means water going in. And I have further proof. After I took it out of the ice, I saw where bubbles and water were ejected from here. So that's definitely the fault. That's definitely where water went in. And it's a little ironic because on the S8 Active, that's the weak point, where on the normal S8, it'd be impossible for that to happen because the sensor on the S8 is completely flush. It's behind the glass. There's no way for water to go in. On the S8 Active, it's not flush. The plastic is basically cut out and put out around it. And there's even little grooves, like a very tiny cutout, where if it's not sealed correctly, water could certainly go in. And while things happen, definitely there can be defective devices. It just sucks that it happened to me. And it also sucks because the S7 Active was notoriously known for getting water damage as well. I never had issues with it, but apparently it affected quite a bit of people. So I'm hoping this isn't a repeat of last year. I thought Samsung would have maybe fixed their manufacturing process. But when I put a brand new S8 Active into water for the first time and bubbles immediately come out, that's an issue. Especially where those same bubbles would never come out of the normal S8 just because of the way it's made. But yeah guys, I'm going to put this thing back into rice. I'm going to leave it in the rice overnight and we're going to see what it looks like tomorrow. And cross your fingers guys, when I see you next time we'll see what ends up happening to this device, but as of right now it's dead. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.